What's up everyone? Hope you're all doing well. Yes, we are in the Brown family gym, but no, today is not going to be a rowing workout. If you watch this channel, it's probably because you're an avid rower and an avid Concept2 fan already, so you likely already know that they have a BikeErg as well as a SkiErg. I've had the BikeErg actually for a little over a year now, but up until about a month ago, I had only used it for warm-ups and lighter UT2 workouts. I had not done a single hard workout on the BikeErg. So last month I decided to tackle some time trials, actually start to incorporate some harder BikeErg sessions into my training, and it's been fun. Probably because it's new, or I don't feel pressure to perform. I don't have numbers planted in my head around what I should be able to hit, and so it's really a bit of a blank slate for me. And for those of you that aren't too familiar with the BikeErg, it uses the same pace monitor that the rower does, but basically BikeErg meters accrue at twice the rate of meters on the rower or on the SkiErg. So when we talk about split times or split pace on the BikeErg, we're talking about pace per 1,000 meters. You know, if a 2-minute split on the rower is roughly 200 watts, I think, it would be the same on the BikeErg for a 2-minute split per 1,000 meters. I have found that my splits on the BikeErg for equivalent times and distances seem to be roughly 1 to 2 splits faster than on the rower. So that seems to be a good guide for me so far. But today, and given that the January Sub 7 Club Challenge is a 10K on the rower, I'm going to do a 20K on the bike. My goal is going to be a split or so faster than my open rate 10K on the rower. So my 10K row PB is a 141.8 split. We're going to try to go sub 141, let's say, on the BikeErg, which should have me finishing right around, what is that? 33 minutes and 40 seconds, 33 minutes, 30 seconds-ish. And this won't be a surprise or revelation to any experienced endurance athletes, but biking generally is a great form of cross-training, whether your exercise of choice is rowing, running, swimming, what have you, because the bike is relatively easy on the body. You can do a long bike session, you can sit on the bike for hours, and really you're not gonna be worse for wear. Unlike the rower, where you spend 2+ hours on a rowing machine, you're gonna feel it, even if you've done that workout at a low intensity. I often think about a quote that I heard in a documentary about legendary rowing coach Steve Gladstone, where he said, you know, the heart doesn't care how it's stimulated, when he's referring to your low intensity steady state work. If you're logging a lot of miles on the rower, you're starting to get a little sore here or there, or you're just looking for a way to add more steady state volume, BikeErg, a great addition. Obviously it ties into the whole Concept2 ecosystem. Really easy from that standpoint. I'll get started with my warm up on the bike, and then we'll jump into the piece, and I'll talk to you guys after.
It's the morning, let the light have time to pass. Cause if they can't see the sun, then we can make sure we're gone. If you trust me and what it could be, you'll never leave here alone. If you trust me, I'm waiting by the door. If it's the moon or the stars, take me to anywhere you are. I wanna be right there by your arms for the getaway. If we don't move, we'll be caught. We'll go right back to the start. I wanna be right there by your arms for the getaway. If it's the moon, if it's the moon, If you can't see what's wrong, how can I make sure we're strong? If you trust me and what it could be, I'll never leave you alone. If you trust me, I'm waiting by the door. If it's the moon or the stars, take me to anywhere you are. I wanna be right there by your arms for the getaway. If we don't move, we'll get caught. We'll go right back to the start. I wanna be right there by your arms for the getaway. If it's the moon,
I will say one really nice thing I like about the BikeErg is that you don't have to think too much about technique. So unlike the rower, where definitely, especially if you're just starting out, a lot of mental energy can be spent just on maintaining good form. Whereas on the bike, you can just kind of jam on it. Not to say there isn't technique in cycling, there certainly is, but on a stationary bike, much less so. And like I said, you can just crank. I'll try and throw in a BikeErg trial every now and then, maybe one every 2 to 3 weeks or so, just to keep things fresh. For me, it helps prevent the mental fatigue of just hammering on the rower week after week after week. So anyhow, like I said, I'm a huge fan of the BikeErg. This will continue to be a staple of my training. Still got to figure out when I'm going to lift weights. So lots to do. Not enough hours in the day or week, unfortunately, but such is life as a busy father and working professional. Just have to find a way to squeeze it in or make trade-offs here and there if I want to take that next leap. So for those of you who are in a similar position, trying to juggle training with family commitments, work commitments, a social life, what have you, drop me a line in the comments and tell me what works for you, what you find most challenging. We'd just love to trade notes. You know, we're all just trying to do the best we can with the time we have. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Keep chasing. Peace.